And can I just get a thumbs up if you can hear me? Perfect. Sukhasana, easy posture. That's where we're going to begin. Now I grab, I've already put the mat down. Where did I put my book? Let's find some length in the spine. Roll the shoulders back and down, allow them to relax. Maybe give the shoulders a little bit of a wiggle, give the bum a little bit of a wiggle. Open up the palms to the sky. Close the eyes. Let's take a few nice deep breaths. Inhaling through the nose. And if it's available, exhaling through the nose. And do what you need to do to try and bring you into this moment. If you need to review what you've done, think about what you need to do, if you need to reflect on your life, whatever it may be, give yourself the opportunity, the privilege, to be present in this practice. Kind of like taking a big brush, big broom, sweeping out the mind, making sure that the cobwebs are clear. All our bad decisions, self-criticism, unrealistic thoughts, whatever they may be, put to the side. Because even if it's just for the next 60 minutes, let's use this opportunity to practice our yamas and our niyamas. Ahimsa, non-violence, truthfulness, not stealing, not robbing time, energy, efforts, moderation. When we breathe, let's try and breathe as cleanly as we can. And today, when we eat, let's try and eat the best food that we can, the most natural, the most connected to the earth. Simple little things. This is the practice of yoga. Bring the hands to prayer. Whatever brings you to this practice, friends. We're going to open up with the chanting of one Om. I'm then going to repeat the Pavanama mantra. And then close with another Om. Then we're going to start moving. So if you know the words, feel free to join me. I think at some stage what I'll do is I'll add the words to the email. That might be a good idea. Taking a nice deep breath, inhale through your nose. Sato ma satkamaya, tamaso ma jyoti kamaya, mrityo ma amritam namaya. Inhale. We're going to start today's asana practice with a twist. Inhale, reach the hands up. Let's take a nice big stretch. And left hand down to right knee, right hand down next to you or behind you. Lift the heart, lift the crown of the head, pull the belly in, squeeze the bum and exhale. Let's twist. Roll the shoulder blades back and down as you move vertebra by vertebra through the spine. Don't force it, don't push it, just be aware of it. Inhale, lift to lengthen, exhale slowly, consciously use the breath. And even if you have to use your imagination, that's fine. Imagine what your spine feels like. Imagine the breath filling you up full of air. Imagine that distribution of prana. And on your next inhale, let's come back to center. Vertebra by vertebra. Take your time. Sweep the hands up. Have a stretch. Find some length. And exhale. Take the right hand down to the left knee. The left hand down next to you or behind you. Inhale. Lift. Stretch. Adjust the bum if you need to. Adjust the feet if you need to. Find comfort. Find openness. And then begin to adventure. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Lengthen. Exhale. Twist. 2. And on the inhale, come back to center. All the way back to the middle. Back of the left hand comes down to the back of the left knee. Bring the thumb and the forefinger together. The right hand is going to come to the face. We're going to start with a little bit of pranayama. Now that we've got the twist done, we found a little bit of balance. Let's move through the breath. Using the thumb to close off the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Ring finger closes the left nostril. The thumb moves. Exhale through the right. 60 seconds, Nadi Shoshana. Inhale. And swap nostrils, exhale. A nice deep breath, but a nice even breath. Using the same effort, the same level of force that we used in the twist. Maybe using an Ujjayi breath. Squeezing bandha, bandha, bandha to find length and lift the body like an energetic temple connected to the ground but reaching to the heavens. 3 more, inhale. And last one. Release that. Let's reach the hands up to the sky. Inhale, sweep them up. Take a roll through the wrists. Pull the navel in and lengthen. And as you exhale, take the left hand down to the left hand side. Reach the right hand up and over. Take a nice deep breath. Roll the shoulder back. Find some length in the back of the neck. And as you bend into the left elbow, reach the fingers up towards the sky. Engage through the central line. Inhale, fill the body up full of air. And as you exhale, find space in the right-hand side of the body. Space in the neck. Space in the right hip, keeping the right knee down towards the ground. And as you inhale, come back up to center. Reach the hands up nice and slowly. And like the middle line at a Bon Jovi concert, take the right hand down to the right-hand side and reach the left hand up and over. Inhale. Lengthen the spine, look up to the sky. As you exhale, stretch. And remember, no pain. Just explore. Use the breath, use the body, use the mind, and allow yourself to find that little space of balance. The part that feels good, Ananda, the bliss body. Inhale, let's come back up to center. Reaching both hands up towards the sky. And exhale, bring the prayer down through the center line, resting the prayer at the heart center. Right. We're going to go through a little thing of 5 or 6 postures that we're going to do 3 times. 5 breaths each. It's part of a little seated sequence that I thought we should use as a warm-up. Setting the legs out long, let's find Tadasana staff pose. You can bring the hands down next to you, either pressing with the fingertips or pressing with the palms. Lift the bum off the ground, just a little bit. Even if it's a millimeter, even if it feels like a millimeter, roll the shoulders back, find some back length in the backs of the legs. Take a nice deep breath, lift the crown of the head up. As you exhale, lower the bum down. Inhale, sweep the hands up. I'm going to take a forward fold into Paschimottanasana, bending into the knees if necessary. Finding the knees or the shins or the ankles or the toes. Lift the heart and lengthen the eye. Don't expect you to go deep. We're not warmed up. Just explore the posture for what it is, where it is. Acknowledge any stiffness. Acknowledge any shortness of breath. Just be present with the posture. Taking one more breath. We're going to come up into our boat pose. So releasing the feet, releasing the ankles, grab behind the knees, lift the heart, hinge at the hips, bring the knees into the chest, feet up towards the eyes. If you want to release the hands, go for it. Engage through the core, lift the heart. 4, 3, 2, try not to slack, but engage through the core. And then coming down onto our backs, we're going to lower into a hip bridge. So inhale, lengthen the body, and then come down. Bending into the knees, tuck the chin in, lengthen the back of the neck. Press with the feet and lift through the hips. Shoulder blades together, heart open. You can bind the hands if you want, or take the hands underneath the bum, do what feels good. 3 more breaths here. And 2. And 1. Exhale, come down. Appannasana. Slowly come down, releasing the spine to the ground. Bringing the knees into the chest, wrap the hands around the legs, gently rock from side to side. 5 breaths. Use this as a little bit of a reset. Maybe roll through the ankles. Maybe roll through the hips. What feels good in the body today? Last one. And then we're going to come back up into Tadasana. So either rolling onto the right hand side and up with the left hand, or 3 times along the length of the spine to pick yourself up. Using the core, using the body, send the legs out long. Palms next to you, lift the heart, Tadasana, staff pose. Inhale, crown of the head lifts, the heart lifts. There's been a pigeon sitting on the outside fence watching the entire thing. It's been there for the last 10 minutes. 2. And 1. Inhale, sweep the hands up, lengthen the body, push the heels out if possible. Exhale, folding forward, Paschimottanasana. Where do the hands fall? Let the hands fall where they fall. Then lift the heart. Exhale, even if it's just a degree or 2. Slowly start to walk down. Long, deep breaths. And just a long, deep stretch where you are. 2. And 1. Inhale, coming back up. Get the hands behind the knees. Tadasana, boat pose. Knees into the chest, feet level with the eyes. Release the hands if possible. Pull the navel in, heart open. 4. 3. 2, and 1. Exhale, coming down, hip bridge, heels up to the bum, soles of the feet flat. Press with the feet, lift the heart, lift the pelvis, lengthen the front of the body. Hands either underneath the bum or interlaced behind the back. 3, and 2. Nice strong breath. And 1. Exhale, coming down nice and slow. Tadasana, knees into the chest, wrap the hands around the legs. 4. Maybe you want to pick the nose up towards the knees. 2. Coming back up Tadasana, last round. Inhale, either rocking and rolling one leg to the spine or onto the side, whichever is good for you. Get the fingers or the palms next to the ground, next to you, next to the hips. Lengthen the backs of the legs. Lift the heart. If you can, put a little bend into the elbows. Soften where possible. The thighs active. All 3 bandhas active. Last breath. And inhale, sweep the hands up to lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, Tadasana. Heart lifts, spine lengthens. Exhale, fold forward. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Slide the hands behind the knees, back up into our boat pose, knees into the chest. If you want that extra challenge, feel free to lengthen out the legs. Not for me this morning, not my thighs say no, but if you're up to that little bit of challenge, go for it. If you're not up to the challenge and you want to take the hands behind the knees, feet down, go for it. Just lift the heart. Try to get as much length as you can. 2, and 1. Exhale, come down, hip bridge. Maybe this time you want to place the hands underneath the shoulders. Just test it out for your full wheel. Open up the hips, open up the tops of the thighs. Lift into the abdomen, lift into the heart. 2 more. And last one. Exhale, coming down. Vertebra by vertebra, release the spine to the ground. Bringing the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug, rock from side to side or up and down the length of the spine for 5. Or maybe just circle the knees. You can take them in the same circle, or you can take them in opposite circles. What feels good? 2 more breaths. And let's move into some sun salutations. Right. Back up into a seat. And then either over the knees or swing the feet around to the side. We get up onto all 4s. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to take 5 cat-cows before we go any further. Inhale, tailbone out, belly out, chest forward. Never turn down a cat-cow. Exhale, tailbone in, navel in, round the spine, separate the shoulder blades, lengthen the back of the neck. Inhale, engage, lift, lengthen, stretch. Exhale, swap it over. And just one more, just one more, please. And then it's down dog. tucking the toes under, pressing backwards, knees off the ground. Bum goes up, head goes down. Inhale, lift the tail, lift the hips. Exhale, release the shoulders, release the heels. 3 and 2 and 1. Looking forward towards the hands, bending into both knees. Let's walk the feet up to meet the hands. Oh yeah. Hands to shins, inhale, halfway lift, chin tucked in, back of the leg long. Exhale, soften, fold, round if you like. And then root to rise, reaching the hands up to the sky. Palms meet above the head in prayer. Exhale, bring the prayer down through the center line. We find Tadasana. And we'll take 3 breaths in Tadasana. If you'd like to do any adjustment. I'm going to take my hoodie off. Maybe you'd like to have a sip of water. Either way, we're moving into a sun salute C. Sorry, what am I talking about? A sun salute B. Big toes together, heels slightly apart. Hands to prayer. Find length in the back of the neck, length in the back of the legs, length in the back of the whole body. Inhale, sweep the hands up to lengthen. And down into our chair pose. Exhale, bending into the knees, drop the bum down, heart open. Just the one breath here, lengthen the body. And then exhale, swan dive down, reaching the hands down to the ground, belly and chest onto the thighs. Halfway lift, inhale, hands to shins, lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, taking both hands down. You can step or you can jump both feet back up, whichever feels good to you today. Into our plank pose. Planking, if it's not your thing, drop down to the knees. Otherwise, you can come into a low plank, chaturanga, or you can go all the way down to the ground. Choice is yours. Tops of the feet come to the back, lengthen the backs of the legs, push out the toes and lift the heart. As you exhale, come back down, pressing backwards, toes tuck under, tailbone comes up, heels go down, shoulders soften. Inhale, right leg comes up, 3-legged dog, lifting the right heel up towards the sky, lengthen. Exhale, bring the right foot forward, all the way to the front of the mat. Runner's lunge, we come down onto the left heel. We're going to raise up into our warrior 1, hips and heart face forward, lift and lengthen with the upper body, but then keep the center of gravity low as you bend into the right knee, pressing evenly with the soles of both feet. Inhale, shoulders back, heart open. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the ground. And the right foot goes back to meet the left. Exhale, chest between the hands. Over the toes to the back bend. Either pressing, lifting the knees off the ground and lowering the hips. Rolling the shoulders back, heart open. Exhale, back over the toes. Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Right foot roots, left foot rises. Left foot up towards the sky. Stretch, 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 stretch. Exhale, bring the left foot to the front. Runner's lunge. Doing our warrior 1 on the opposite side. Right heel comes down, 45 degrees to the front foot. Inhale, lift to lengthen. Reach the hands into the sky. Open up the heart. Center of gravity goes low as we stretch through the thighs. Lifting through the abdomen. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the ground. Left foot goes back to meet the right. And once again, we vinyasa. Down to the ground. Over the toes. Inhale, back bend. Lift the heart. Shoulders back. Back of the neck long. Exhale, back over toes. Down dog. This time for 5 breaths. Lift the hips. Relax the shoulders. Soften into the elbows. Press with the hands. Foundation allows us the geometry to lift. If we don't have solid foundations, we cannot build a superstructure. So pay attention to the basics. For the love of all that is good, friends, don't forget to breathe. Looking forward towards the hands, bend both knees. Let's see if we can take a hop up to the front of the mat. You've got to take 3, you've got to take 3, you've got to walk, otherwise, body's weighting to the hands. You jump the feet up to the front of the mat. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale, root to rise, reaching the hands up to the sky, palms meet above the head. Exhale, take the prayer to the heart as we prepare for our standing balance. Vrikshana tree pose. Body's weight goes into the left foot as we pick up the right foot in front of us. Opening up the hip. Hit the sole of the right foot either to the inside of the ankle, the calf muscle, or the inside of the inside of the left thigh. Rolling the hip open gives us a lovely bit of structure. And as we squeeze, bandha, 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 we can allow the hands to raise above the head. Palms together, elbows back, shoulders relaxed. Base of the skull just raising slightly, not tucking the chin in, but just enough to keep the head nice and erect. One more nice deep breath here, inhale. And as you exhale, bring the hands to prayer, pray to the heart center. We're going to step the right foot back, about 3/4 of the distance of one of your legs. We're going to keep facing forward, so both of the feet are facing forward. If you need to, step out a little bit wider to keep the hips nice and flat. We don't want to be twisting open to any of the sides. Into our pyramid posture. Inhale, sweep the hands up, lengthen the body, and pull the navel in. On the exhale, swan dive the hands behind the back, bringing them to reverse prayer, or hold on to the opposite fingers or the opposite wrists. Back of the neck long, heart is open. Inhale, find length. Exhale, hinging at the hips, fold forward. Not rounding the spine, not collapsing down, but pressing with the soles of the feet, pressing with the thighs, lifting into the ball and socket joint, and allowing yourself to hinge, heart to the knee. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Pasvottanasana, pyramid posture. 3. And 2. And 1. Inhale, come up halfway, bring the hands to the hips and bend into the left knee. Taking the hands down to the ground, frame the left foot, or take the hands in front of the left foot as you pick up the right leg behind you. If you're just working on getting the leg up and finding that balance, bend a little bit into your left knee. Otherwise, let's lengthen the left leg. Bring the hands up to the hips or up above the head to find Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. 4 breaths. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lengthen. 3. And 2. And 1. Bring the right leg down behind you, put the heel down, and inhale, once again, raise up into your Warrior 1. Lift the heart and lengthen. Exhale, if you need to heel toe the front foot out or push the left leg back, feel free to do so. And then bend into the knee, sinking down. Lovely big space in the right hip. Last breath here. And exhale, fold forward, take the hands to the ground. And step the right foot up to meet the left. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale, root to rise. Reaching the hands up to the sky, palms meet above the head. Prayer to the heart, transfer the body's weight into the right foot. The left knee comes into the chest. Open up the hip and we balance the body by doing our tree pose on the left side. Rooting down with the right foot. When the core is ready, the branches can grow. Good roots lead to strong plants. Solid foundations lead to superstructures. Hey! Architecture, once again, taking from nature. Learning by opening our eyes. Just being present to the world, what's happening around us, like a tree, observing, being. Let's move into our pyramid pose. Prayer to the heart center, left knee comes to the middle, step back. Inhale, lift through the hips, lift through the legs, lift through the heart, lift through the head. Exhale, swan dive the hands back and down behind the back. and fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen, give yourself structure. And then exhale, we come down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and inhale, come up halfway, hands to hips. Moving into our warrior 3, we transfer the body's weight onto the right foot, picking up the left leg behind us. If it's available, lift and lengthen, stretch out. 5 breaths. If you're just getting a leg up, or if today's not the day for extending, don't worry. Keep low, keep where you can be. Find a compromise. Otherwise, engage the back of the body, lengthen through the back of the neck. 2, and 1. And we're going to come down to the ground. Bringing that back leg down, bring both hands down to the mat. Release the right leg back, and then bring the chest between the hands. Back bend, inhale. Cobra or up dog. And then down onto the knees, exhale, press back, extended child's pose for 5. 4. Try and take that pressure off the legs as we use the posture to help massage. 2 more. And last one. Looking forward towards the hands. Let's come up into all fours for a moment, tucking the toes under. And stepping the right foot to the front into a runner's lunge. Bring the left heel down. And then inhale, raise up into the warrior 1 that I forgot to do in the last sequence. Lift the heart, lift the back of the neck. My apologies for bringing us back here, but you know, it's all about balance. Sometimes some things need to be revisited. Occasional plaster never did anybody any harm. I hope not. Right. And then let's bring the hands down. Step the left foot up. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, soften and fold. And inhale, root to rise. Reaching the hands up to the sky, palms meet. Exhale, bring the prayer down through the center line. We're going to go through 3 dancing warriors on each side. So making the way to the front of the mat. Let's prepare. And starting on the inhale, step the right foot back, warrior 2. On the exhale, reverse the warrior. Right hand down, left hand up. On the inhale, finding the extended side angle. Left elbow down to left knee, right arm up and over, lengthening, stretching through the spine. On the exhale, we come back up into the warrior 2. And then bring the hands to prayer, step the right foot up to meet the left. And exhale, ground down. To the left, inhale, step the left leg back, sink into the right knee, warrior 2. Reversing the warrior, left arm down, right arm up. Extended side angle, right elbow to the knee, left arm comes up and through. We're not collapsing into the legs at any stage, but inhale, back up to the warrior 2. We're using the body to move, stepping up to the front of the mat. We once again exhale to ground down. Second one to the right, right foot back. Reverse the warrior. Extended side angle. Warrior 2. Up to Tadasana and ground down. To the left. Reverse the warrior. Extended side angle. Back up warrior two. To the front of the mat. Sun salute A. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, soften and fold. Both feet back, right plank. Exhale, chest between the hands. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. For 5. 4. 3. 2. And on the next exhale, come down to the knees. I'm going to wind up into a seat, so either crossing the legs behind you or rolling backward over. We find ourselves in Tadasana, with the soles of the feet together, the heels up towards the bum, the elbows resting on the inside of the thighs, the knees, or if it's available, calf muscle, wherever is comfortable. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, lift the heart, lengthen the back of the neck. We're going to fold forward for 2 minutes. Exhale, start leaning down. So 2 minutes is a long time. Take your time, no need to rush into the posture. Use the breath, and breath by breath, start making your way down. It's a great place to use the ebb and flow of breath to channel into that central region. Using Mula Bandha, sealing up the subtle body, lifting and lengthening the subtle body, the physical body in balance. We maintain that balance with the breath. Long, deep, controlled, equal part inhale, equal part exhale. Because as that old adage goes, as above, so below. So maybe it is like magic. Where we control the microcosm of our body, the macrocosm, the world, the reality as we know it, adjusts itself. 3 more breaths. And 2. Last one. And on the inhale, come back up. Nice and slow. We're going to send the left leg out long. What am I talking about? Get the sole of the right foot into the inside of the left thigh. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Let's sweep the hands up. Push out with the left heel. Exhale, folding over the extended leg, over the left leg. We keep the right hip open. Jandu Shirashasana. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward and fold for 5. 4. 3. engage with the lower back. Make sure that we're lifting and lengthening. We don't want to collapse, as tempting as it is just to fall into the posture. On the next inhale, let's release this, come back up, sweep the hands up. We're going to twist towards the right hand side. Once again, find your foundation, lift the heart. Exhale, taking the left hand down to the inside of the left leg, or even the elbow down to the inside of the right knee. Look up to the sky, reach the right hand up as you lift. Twist open to the right. And if it's available, let's reach the right hand up and over towards the left hand big toe. The left hand big toe? The left foot big toe. Is that bad English? It's the left hand side, the left hand big, oh, I don't know. This is not the posture to have a meltdown, Kevin. 3 more breaths. Inhale, lift, twist, exhale, reach. 2. And 1. Inhale, come back. Reach both hands up. Exhale, swan dive in the hands down. Send both legs out long for a moment, maybe give them a shake. And then let's balance out by doing the other side. Bending into the right knee, bring the heel up to the bum. Sole of the, did I say right knee? Bend the left knee, sole of the left foot to the inside of the right. The opposite side to the one you did last time. Inhale, lift, 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 and lengthen. Push out with the right heel. Exhale, folding forward. Maybe walking the sit bones back a little bit. Allow yourself to start folding down. Janu, the knee, Shirsha, the head, Sana posture. The knee to head posture, or the head to knee posture. We still want to keep the openness in the hips, the length on the back of the right leg. We want to keep the lift into the abdomen, because that's what's going to give us the length, the depth, and the ability to be able to fold. 3 and 2 and 1. Inhale, slowly coming back up. Sweep in the hands. We twist to the left hand side, adjust if necessary. Exhale. Right hand coming to the inside of the right leg. We roll the left shoulder back and look up to the sky. And even if we're just reaching up and towards the ceiling, if we're getting that lovely big stretch onto the outside of the rib cage, the left hand side, if we're getting the openness onto the left hip, that's awesome. But if we want that little bit more, we can hinge. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Exhale, dive. 4. 3. 2. As you inhale, let's start to come back up, reaching the hands up. Exhale, releasing the hands down, send both legs out long. Make sure you got enough space to roll over onto your back. But we're going back down through a boat pose. That's right, 4th boat pose of the day. What is he thinking? Knees up to the chest, heart open, shoulders relaxed. Let's lift and lengthen through the spine. Engage the thighs, pull them together. Point the toes up towards the heavens. Nice and strong for 3 and 2. Last 1. Exhale, coming down, all the way down to the ground. Keep the bend in the knees and get the heels up to the bum, because we're going to windshield wipe with the legs from left to right. Use the opportunity to massage the buttock. Get the hip rolling. Because we are going to prepare ourselves for a reclined twist. It's So coming back to neutral. Keep the feet up probably a little bit wider than hip width distance. Just a little bit. Chin is tucked in, body is long, shoulder blades together. You keep the arms in cactus, or you can rest them down onto the body or down to the ground. Inhale, find length. Exhale, drop both knees down to the left-hand side. All right, you want to keep it so the right hip is relatively low. So the hips are opening, and the outside of the right thigh, the outside of the right hip is opening. If you can, if you want to, you can adjust it by taking the left ankle on top of the right knee and allowing the weight of the left leg to guide the outside of the hip open. Try and keep a little bit of length in the upper body, not collapsing into the spine, but just adding to the twist by taking the chin towards the right hand shoulder. And be here for another 5 breaths. And last one. And then let's swap it over. So releasing the cross if you have it on the legs, come back to center, take your time, don't rush it. And then exhale, go straight over. As you inhale, find length. As you exhale, allow yourself to adjust, modify, and find depth. Get 10 breaths in this posture. There's a lovely big stretch. The top of the left thigh, the outside of the left hip, maybe even a little bit into the inside of the thigh. Just take care of the tendons in the knee here. Be wary of what's happening on the inside of the right hip. We don't want to overextend or get ourselves into a position where we just give an unnecessary tweak. Let's be honest, accidents happen. They're part of life. But we can help avoid those accidents by just being consciously aware. Cognizant of what we do. 2 more breaths. And then releasing that on your next inhale. Come back to center. Get the soles of the feet together. Open up both knees like a book. Supta Baddha Tadasana. The hands either resting on the thighs or take the right hand to the navel, the left hand to the breastbone. Inhale. 5 breaths. Just letting the hips open. The bandha still engaged. Still finding length in the spine. The soles of the feet active, pressing towards each other. Toes engaged. Maybe linking up with their brother or sister toe with the other foot. Moving into our happy baby. Let's lift the soles of the feet off the ground. And either finding the backs of the knees, the shins, the ankles, or the outsides of the feet. Squeeze the knees up into the chest, and then lengthen the backs of the legs. Roll the shoulders back and down, keep the back of the leg long, heart open. We're here for 3, 2, and last one. Exhale, let's release, and let's come down into Shavasana. Send the heels into the corner of the mat. Open up the palms to the sky. If you'd like to put on any socks, any jerseys, or perhaps grab a blanket, feel free to do so. And allow yourself a few moments of rest. Yeah, we've got time. We've got oodles of time. Now, friends, I'm going to leave you in silence for the next 3 minutes. Excuse me. 3 minutes to kick back without the sound of my droning baritone. Before you wander too far away, come back to your body. Take a nice deep breath. Let's start to slowly introduce a little bit of motion. Maybe starting at the tips of the fingers or the tips of the toes. Maybe starting in the buttocks and the shoulder blades. The ankles and the wrists. The thighs, the arms. Let's pick the hands above the head. Have a nice big stretch. And then bringing the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a hug. We're going to make our way back up into a seat. So either rolling onto the right-hand side and up with the left hand, or rocking and rolling along the length of the spine, wherever it takes you today. We meet once again, Sukhasana, easy posture. Head above heart, heart above pelvis, and hands to pray. Thank you once again for joining, friends. It's always lovely to spend the morning with you. Take care of yourselves. And I look forward to seeing some of you again in person some stage. It's getting to the stage of almost a year now. Either way, we still have the space, and I'm very, very glad we can share it together. Expect a lot more coming from here. Good feelings about life at the moment. Releasing the hands from prayer, inhale, sweep the hands up the sides of the walls. Whatever brought you here today, friends, we give praise and thanks. And then lowering the prayer down between the eyes, may peace be with your thoughts. We lower the prayer in front of the mouth, and may peace be with your actions. And lowering the prayer in front of the heart center. My friends, may peace be with your hearts. Let's close the practice in the traditional way with the chanting of one Om. Inhaling through the nose. Shanti. Shanti, Shanti. Thank you again, friends. Have a wonderful day. Mwah. Your time is once again yours. I don't know if you heard the geese and stuff going over there. It's been a really good day for nature spotting in the garden, it must be said. This is kind of cool. Have a great day, guys. If you've got any feedback or anything, please let me know. If there are any other times or anything that work for you, please let me know. In this crazy world, I can see us going online a little bit more. So yeah, if there are any times that work better for you, just keep me informed. You've got my email address. Let's get a paper trail.
Is it 11 o'clock tomorrow?
11 o'clock tomorrow, yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. It was lovely.
Cheers, guys. Have a great day.
And you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. I'm going to stop recording. I think how do I stop recording?